I like this better standing up. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Under Hood Show presented by Mel Hambelton Ford. My name is Phil Nightingale. Josh Provitt, our service director, and one of our special guests, Eric Chesterman from 81 Speedway.
Absolutely. Glad to be here, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show. Appreciate it.
No, thanks for being here. It's going to be a great day for the open house here at Mel Hambelton Ford Racing. Got a lot of vendors here, got a lot of racetracks here, got some cars on display, got some cool drag cars down the hallway here a little bit. Got a lot of things going on. Eric, I seen you last night on that simulator. Did you get that thing figured out?
Well, it's a good thing it doesn't cost to fix anything on there because I definitely wrecked it enough. But good thing that thing just has a reset button.
What we're talking about there is we got a simulator from Wheeler Simulators out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, and it is a real live iRacing deal. It is so realistic. The only thing that's not realistic about it is the seat. You can't feel the seat in your butt.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is so realistic, it's crazy. We're going to have a contest today, Eric, just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Fastest lap, $100. Second fastest lap, $75. And third fastest lap, $50. All day long, we're going to have a board set up over there who's going to get the fastest. I told my sales guys they can't get in the program, though.
Why not?
No.
Come on.
How about fastest to the lid? Because I got that last night. I assure you. I left the pits, and I turned it right up over on the lid. Yeah, no time.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, he didn't even make a quarter lap. I was in that non-wing dirt 410 sprint car. Them things are wild, aren't they?
It wanted to do its own thing.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, anyway, 316-462-3673. That's the number to dial up in the air. You're going to call right into our main switchboard. The girls will get your name and number down, and that's anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries. But really, let's talk about this race open house and all the things that are here. And you get a great price package valued at over $130 for each and every caller. And as always, Josh, what's in that package?
So we're going to mail it out to you, but it's going to consist of the works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products here at Mel Hambelton Ford. While we're doing that, we're also going to complete a multi-point inspection, checking over the vehicle, the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, all the safety-related components on the vehicle, just making sure that it's ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. You'll also receive $10 to Mel's Diner, so you can get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us at the big corner. Complete nitrogen for your tires, so you get all the great benefits that nitrogen has to offer. And then a BG products package, which is going to consist of a can of MOA or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then a can of CF5 for your fuel system. Again, just getting that vehicle geared up and ready to go for the next 5,000 miles of driving.
All right, so let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. Anyway. First question coming on my Facebook page, fuel and tire discounts today. I don't know about the fuel, but I know there is a discount on the fuel. How much? I do know that all Hoosiers in stock, 10% off today. So, Cody, appreciate the question, and jump in here.
Hey, Josh and Phil, by the way, on that gift package, 81 Speedway, for every gift package you guys give away today, we want to throw in a free ticket to the races out to 81 Speedway 2021 as well. So
very cool.
Any weekly racing series event, you're going to get a free ticket in your gift package for that as well. We'd love to do that for you guys, and we'll be giving away some tickets all day long with your guys' drawings. Also have some T-shirts, things like that for available as well.
All right, thank you for that, and making that price package worth even more for each and every caller. 316-462-3673 is the number to dial up. And anyway, through the day when you get here, you need to get registered up, have all the kinds of things we're going to be giving away, drawings and everything else too. And so let's get now I got stuff going on everywhere, getting handed to me and everything. But anyway, when you come in, you register up, name, number, phone number. Lisa has come up with a ton of great price package to give away. There's more things to give away and win here today. Some grand prizes is set of tires for dirt, set of tires for drag. Big Corner Creative's giving away a wrap. So that's some of the bigger prizes we got. But there's all kinds of tickets to restaurants, all kinds of things, so you don't want to miss it. 11 to 2 is lunch with Jordan Whitehead. He's going to be – not sure we're doing that, but that's okay.
That's for him. Yep.
Oh, you.
Yeah,
what do you got there?
Sorry to kind of
we're kind of running 200 mile an hour. We've been running hard all day. So
one of the things that we kind of thought we would do while we were out here today, and we're doing the same thing in a couple of weeks when we have a little bit of an open house that's replacing our banquet. That unfortunately got canceled due to COVID. But while we're sitting here all day long, we've got a few people here at the booth for 81 Speedway. Drivers, if you guys come out here, you need any help getting registered for the 2021 season, whether it be with 81 Speedway or with the USRA as a sanctioning division, if you're running that A-Mod or B-Mod division, we will be here and available to help you guys with that as well. So just wanted to get that out there. It was kind of a last-minute thought, but no reason we can't be doing that and helping our drivers out today.
Not at all. And so another thing to do when you come out here is get registered up for the season. and for 81 Speedway, and they got the booth right in front of here. And hey, Josh, have you seen Shannon anywhere?
I haven't. He was supposed to be a special guest this morning, I think.
He couldn't get on here for
He's
nothing.
going to tell us how fast we were going.
Yeah, he wants to go fast, that's for sure. So anyway, lots of things going on, a lot of things happening out here. You got to come out. I know it's cold outside, but it's warm inside here. Got some cool hot rods to look at. Next thing is Roaring Racing is here with the remote control race cars. You get up there with these 124 scale cars. That's another thing, Eric. You got to try that out too.
Oh, I'm sure I'll wreck those too. It's okay. There's a reason they put me in the booth now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 316-462-3673. Let's get the phones ringing, give away these prize packages and some tickets to 81 Speedway. I just got handed a couple mad drag passes to give away too. So the first 2 callers are going to get those. And Josh, I'm going to be looking for a general sales manager pretty soon. Yeah. Because he's
you got a guy up here glaring at you. I don't know if you're in trouble or not.
Well, the problem is he's in trouble. I'm not.
Okay. There you go. There you go. Right.
Exactly. So anyway, Eric, let's go to 81 Speedway. A lot of changes over the winter. A lot of things happening out there. Excited for what's happening out there at 81 Speedway. So some of our listeners probably haven't heard what's going on out there. Let's give a quick review. What's going on? What you've changed? What's happening for next year?
Yeah, just continuing with a lot of the things that we started last year with some of the facility improvements and things like that. Last year I remember, it seemed to be always cold during the week, but the weekends warmed up and we were able to get a lot done throughout the winter. This year, it seems like it's been the opposite. It's been warm during the week and cold on the weekend. So we haven't got as much done maybe yet as we've wanted to, but I know there's a very clear game plan in mind on how all that's going to work. And we'll be ready to go once the points racing starts in April. And with that, our season, we got 2 practice sessions scheduled for March. And then, once April hits, we're off and running. We've got a lot of exciting events planned. Of course, we got the USMTS series coming in twice. We've got a full slate of USRA A mods and B mods this year. They've been added full time, where last year they were just kind of an experimental division to see how that went. All of our weekly racing series divisions have a full schedule on hand. We've got, I think, 6 or 7 different nights with sprint cars and sprint cars of all kind, from 305s, 360s, winged to non-winged, whatever. If you're a sprint car fan of all kinds, we're going to have something out there for you as well. So just a lot of momentum going into this year. And I know John, Katie, and JR and everybody with 81 Speedway, we're excited to get it underway. We're tired of the cold.
You and me both. I'd much rather sweat than freeze, that's for sure. Now let's back up. I heard you say something about a couple test dates in March. What are those? Those dates are for sure yet? Are they locked in?
I should know those dates, but I can probably pull them up here. I don't know them off the top of my head.
I get it. Too many things going on to not know where you're at with that apart. I get it.
Second or the first and third weekend in April, but I'll look that up and verify that for you real quick.
March, though, right?
Or March, yes.
March.
Yes.
Okay, want to make sure of that because I know a lot of guys have got their cars ready. Good test session to get them out and kind of shake it down a little bit, see where you're at and everything on the track. Hey, let's talk some other things, Eric, that I think we ought to talk about a little bit. You figure out the dates?
Yep. So those open practice dates are March 6th and March 20th. And one plug that I want to make, easy way to pull that up for any driver, any fan out there, if you download the MREP app on your phone, all that information is at your fingertips.
Okay, good.
If we update the schedule, it'll be on there. That's how you can look that up. So, for people like me who can't seem to remember what I had for lunch yesterday, that's a useful tool when people ask me questions about the schedule, for sure.
Okay, I've got a caller coming in here real quick, but Eric, the other thing I want to come back to is when you come back after this caller, the improvements that are made out there at 81 Speedway.
Yes,
There's a lot of improvements for the fan experience, but also the racing experience too. So we want to talk about that here as soon as we get this caller to come through. And is he coming through, Josh, here real quick? And we'll have him
with us here in
just a bit. So I do want to talk about that because you guys have done a ton of stuff out there this year.
Yeah.
To make, like I said, the fan experience, and we're ready.
RC, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going there?
Man, it's going great. Got a lot of things going on. So.
RC Esparza, one of the Hornet drivers at 81 Speedway.
Awesome.
Mini stocks now, I guess.
Yes, sir.
I have a hard time remembering that, RC.
I get it.
Yeah, it's been called Hornets for so many years, and there are mini stocks in other parts of the country over here. So, I like mini stock word anyway.
Yes, sir. So what do you got for Phil and Josh here, bud?
I don't have nothing. I'm just excited to get out there and go racing. I was just over here getting ready to come up there and see everybody and see what's going on over there. And I heard they was looking for 2 callers to call in. They've giving away a couple of tickets or something there. So
You're exactly.
Like, see if I can get in there.
Well, RC, you're in, buddy. We've got you get this prize package that Josh and I give away each and every Saturday for each and every caller. It's a $130 package, which is basically a 5,000 mile service interval for your car. It gets you all taken care of, and a few other items from BG and some points and some stuff in our Mel's Diner. But now Eric has thrown in a ticket to 81 Speedway, so congratulations, buddy. And you're on your way out here?
Yes, sir. I'll be out there probably within the hour or so.
Yeah, awesome. So come on out, and we've got a lot of specials and stuff. So whatever you need for your parts on your what's it called again?
Mini stock.
Mini stock.
Yeah.
I started calling it the Hornet again. Mini stock.
You need some 2.3 engine stuff over there. That's what we need.
Okay, what I want you to do when you get here, you look up me or you look up Nick Ballman so we can figure out what all we're doing. Because I'm telling you, RC, we have grown this parts deal into something that's unbelievable. Not more than I thought I'd ever get it to in 3 years. But we're constantly growing this inventories. And now that we got that warehouse over there, we got a 50,000 square foot warehouse, 35-foot ceilings in it. We got all kinds of room to put everything in there we need. So get with me or Nick when you get here. We'd love to hear what you need, what you love to have stock. Because me being a racer too, I hate ordering stuff online. I want to come in, I want to touch it, I want to feel it, I want to see it, and I want to grab it, and I want to run with it.
Yep.
But I got those guys out there too that want to do the mail-in order. So we've got a great web page to help do that too if you're from out of town or whatever of that part too. So RC, look us up when you get here. Let's get a list of what you guys are looking for, and I can promise you we'll put it in stock for you and have it ready for you. Now, I know there's some discounts on fuel. I need to ask Nick what that is today. Hoosier tires, everything in stock's 10% off on Hoosiers. So let us know we can help you with, RC.
Do you guys carry the E85 fuel?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
That's what I'm going to start running this year, I think.
Okay.
So
yeah, let us know how you want it. If you want,
I'll be after.
If you need some in a 5-gallon pail, or you want it in the 55s, or we can even sell it to you in bulk too. Bring your own containers in. We got the 55s we tap into and pump it out for you how much you want there too, buddy.
Okay, sounds like a good idea.
Come out and put up the lap of the day and win that money too.
Yeah, RC, we got
to pay for some tires.
That first prize is going home. I think I know who's taking that home.
Do you?
Yeah,
Who?
Not me. No, I got a guy in mind if he comes out. So
he wants to know what are we racing? Do we pick a track? And
Daytona.
Okay.
Daytona's it. I can hear it over there singing already.
Yep, she's up there rolling right now. Yep.
Yep.
I don't know who's on that thing, but they look pretty smooth. Hit the apron a couple times.
Is that a simulator you guys got up there?
That is one of the WR1 simulators that they have up here. In fact, we'll take. I'll give Trenton maybe a small, tiny little bit of credit of that. A couple of weeks ago on the 81 Speedway show, he kind of reminded Phil about that deal, and what do you know? A few days later, it showed up. So.
Well, then you hit me on Facebook with that blue one, and that's all that triggered it. I called Chad again, and I was talking to Chad over it back in November, I think. But we went down there and picked him up. He's got a hell of an operation down there, that's for sure. So. Yeah, it looks like about a 5-year-old kid on there zinging around on that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so who knows who's going to take that money away today.
Exactly.
I do know it's not me, though.
You're right. Yeah.
Not me either. So,
well, RC, we look forward to seeing you later today. And I want to remind you, if you need any help with registration for 81 Speedway this year, we're here to do that for you as well, bud.
Hey, no problem. I usually do it online, no problem. I've been doing it for the last about 3 or 4 years online. So
Perfect.
Ain't had no problems.
Yeah, RC, when you get here too, let's help you set up an account on our webpage because we can. Once you get an account, you can track all your orders, everything, and we're going to have a deal set up. The more you buy, the better discounts you get, and everything else like that too. So if you do like to do the online stuff, let's have Nick and I sit down with you and set your account up while you're here, and make it easy and everything else for you. Okay.
That sounds good, Phil.
All right, buddy. We'll see you after a while.
Okay, we'll see you guys soon.
See you, RC. All right, 316-462-3673. Let's keep the callers ringing. We got tickets laying here for Matt and Josh. Only thing I thought about there is he's a dirt track guy. I didn't know if people like the Mad at passes. So we got a couple Mad passes laying here for single day passes. Eric has thrown in a pass for each and every caller to 81 Speedway. So all kinds of things to win and have fun with. I know it's cold. Hate to get out, but you know what? It's warm inside the dealership. So here's the funny thing. I was getting ready. I called one of my buddies up and said, hey, I need your car here. He goes, man, Phil, it's cold outside. I said, I get it. He thought he was going to the car show outside. I said, no, we're inside.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be here if you had it outside. I'm just going to be honest with you.
No. Yeah. Okay, Eric, before we took that call from RC, you talked about exciting schedules you got coming, all the things you got there, but you guys have done some amazing things out there to make the fan experience so much better. and the racers experience so much better. But what are some of the things you've done out there at the track and everything else from that part too? Because you guys done a lot of stuff there over the winter.
Well, I mean, maybe kind of rewinding a little bit back to last year. You want to talk about maybe a complete facelift over the entire facility. A lot of the buildings either got remodeled or replaced. New ticket booths, both for the main entrance, as well as we actually have a separate ticket booth at the pit entrance now. That way, maybe we can kind of keep that main ticket booth area, the congestion down a little bit. And I think that helped a lot. There's a fence around the entire property now. We've expanded the outfield pit area to where drivers, we still have plenty of pit area capability no matter the event that we have. But we've gotten drivers out of the infield, pits out of the infield to where fans can see whether you're sitting at the base of the grandstands or the top of the grandstands. Visibility is not an issue anymore. The concourse area got completely repaved, all of that kind of stuff last year. New concession booth, new bathroom remodel, things like that. And we're just continuing that this year. The single biggest thing we did last year was the main section of the grandstands got all completely redone with all new aluminum seating.
Yeah,
we got the fiberglass and wood bleachers down and got the aluminum up.
Hey, how about the bleachers on the pit side?
And that's what we're getting to this year. I would say of anything, there's two projects probably that were pretty big for us, and that's probably the biggest, is we are going to install a grandstand section over on the backside of the pit area to where there's more accommodation for people to be able to go back and sit in the pits and see. Because the cool thing about dirt track racing that I really have always loved growing up is you don't have to be a driver or a crew member or have special credentials like at a NASCAR race or anything like that to get into the pits. You can get into the pits regardless of
just buy a pit pass.
Absolutely. And there will now be a grandstand section back there for you to sit in as well.
Okay, keep those thoughts coming, Eric. We got to go to the phones. And Josh, who we got?
We got Sean on the line. Sean, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I have an old. I'm doing good. How are you? You guys staying warm?
Yeah, we are.
All right, good. I've got an old Ford pickup. It's a 94 F-250 with a 460. And I've had it for a long time. It's got low miles, but it won't hold a charge anymore overnight. I've replaced the battery and I can't figure it out. It just goes dead. It'll jump just fine. It'll run. I think the alternator's putting out because I put a multimeter in it and I'm getting about 13, but there's a drain or something. And I just don't know even where to start.
Yeah. So that was going to be my thought, is either the battery's not working very good, it's not staying charged, or there's got to be a drain on it somewhere. Typically what we start out with anytime you're looking for a drain is kind of the simple stuff. So one is like, is there an aftermarket radio in it? Is there, a lot of times you'll see if it has like sun visor, when they flip down and then you have the lights on the sun visors, or the glove box light, or a trunk light. In your situation there, you wouldn't have that, but any time that there's a switch or a moving part or something like that staying on, so kind of looking over those things. From there, what you do is hook a DVOM, which is a digital volt ohm meter, on it, and you're going to check for amp draw. And on that particular vehicle, you should have absolutely no more than probably 20 milliamps of an amp draw. And basically you're putting that meter in line with the battery and you're looking for a draw. And what you would do is go through and you'd pull out fuses to isolate circuits to keep them out of the as being whether they're the draw or not from that side. For calling into the show, what I'm going to do, I'll throw a diagnostic onto your package as well. We'll take a look at that thing for you. Check over the charging, the starting, that alternator, the battery, and then also see if there's a draw and see kind of where that's coming from. Is there an aftermarket radio or any aftermarket products at all in the vehicle?
Yeah, there's an aftermarket radio, there's an aftermarket remote starter, and there is a light on the bottom of the rear view mirror that I disconnected because it doesn't work. But I didn't know which position was on and off, so I just unplugged the cord on the back of it, and I didn't know if that would disconnect the electricity to it.
Yeah, with it being unplugged, it shouldn't be drawing anything. But again, we're going to throw a diagnostic onto that package, and we'll take a look at that for you. Again, at no charge, and just figure out exactly what's going on. Nobody wants to jumpstart their vehicle, and then every time you drain that battery down like that, it's just it's taking life out of the battery. So we'll get that looked at for you and figure out exactly what's going on. Okay.
Boy, I'd sure appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for the call, and we'll get that package mailed out to you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let's go back to the phones. We got the phones ringing and getting close here, Josh.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Getting Jeffrey here close to getting online. Keep those thoughts saying it, Eric.
Yeah,
Oh, you're good.
Talking about all the improvements out of 81 Speedway there. And like I said, you guys have done a lot to it last year, and then now again a start of this year. So
yeah. That grandstand section we're putting up in the back pits is going to be really nice. It actually came from Derby High School.
Yeah, very cool.
They're renovating that entire thing, and we reclaimed some of the old grandstands there.
Perfect.
So we'll go back to the phones here, and we're going to talk to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hello. So my car's been making a weird noise whenever I start it up. It sounds like I have a bigger engine than I really do.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Spoken like a true racer. Yeah, no, 100%.
And it's making my gas go a lot faster for some reason. Like I filled up Tuesday, and I'm already out of gas, and it usually lasts me all week.
Yeah. And so what kind of car are we working on?
GMC.
GMC? What kind of GMC? Like year, make, and model and stuff?
GMC 2016 Terrain. The SOT.
Terrain. So when you said that it's a lot louder, what I wonder if there's not something going on with the exhaust on it, and if it's leaking, if it's leaking previous to the O2 sensors, could be running a lot leaner than what it needs to be. That would explain fuel economy and everything like that from that side of it. And so I would say that there's probably something going on with the exhaust. The other side of it, it could have an intake leak or a vacuum leak from that as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw a diagnostic onto your package as well, and we'll take a look at that thing at no charge to you, figure out exactly what's going on with it, and get you squared away there. So especially in this colder weather, you don't want to have a breakdown and be on the side of the road somewhere or something. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't want that at all, actually.
And then the other thing is we've got some single day passes to MAD here. Are you interested in some single day passes to MAD? Mid-America Drag.
The what?
The MAD. It's Mid-America Dragway. We've got 2 tickets for down there. You're okay. We'll get those added. Yep. We'll get those added onto your ticket as well. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hey, perfect. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Then we'll go, we've got another caller on the line here. We'll get them patched through here, and then got a couple more in the queue as well, but we'll get these these set through, and then we'll get back to you, Eric. So
I'm here all day. So.
We're here all day, right?
But we're going to go back to the phones. We're going to talk to Denny. Denny, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well on this cold morning. So, I have a 2012 Chrysler Town & Country that it runs fine, and it has right now probably 160,000 miles on it. But what happens is sometimes when you pull up to a stop sign or a stoplight, all of a sudden it kind of like jerks a little bit, and then it will just die. The engine dies, but you can put it in park, start it right back up. But it's done that now multiple times, probably at least a dozen times now. Just runs fine, pull up to a stop, and it kind of shudders, jerks, and then dies. So any ideas?
Is this typically after the vehicle's warmed up and always after you've been driving it for a while, or does it seem to matter?
Well, can't say it seems to matter. I know that, because it had probably been driven, even it did it twice yesterday. It did it right in a small town, but then after we had driven it probably 7 miles or so, and then pulled up at 21st Street and it died again. So I don't think it really matters.
So my next question to you then is, once it dies, does it start right back up, or do you have to? What do you got to do there?
All we do is just turn it off and start it right back up again. It's so far, yeah. But and I should let you know, even when I back it out of the garage, sometimes it seems like it's got a little shudder to it that it didn't used to have.
Gotcha.
Almost like a little jerky or something.
So there's a couple of things that I was thinking. One with that vehicle. I'm wondering about carbon buildup on the throttle plate is where I was headed to begin with. Then when I was asking if it happens once it's warmed up and if it restarts and stuff like that. So I was wondering about the torque converter solenoids staying engaged, but the fact that it restarts right away would say that that's probably not what's going on. But what we'll do, I'm going to throw a diagnostic onto your package as well, and we'll get that looked at no charge for you. Figure out just exactly what's going on with it for you. I'm going to say we're probably going to find some carbon in the throttle body, Phil. I don't know if you got something else there.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Josh. I'm glad you're taking these calls more time. I've been answering more texts, more things from Facebook to my text.
You've been running around like crazy today, that's for sure.
So I bet you're right, Josh. There's going to be some carbon in that throttle plate, okay?
But we'll get that diagnostic on there and figure out just exactly what's going on with it. But I'm going to say that's probably what we're going to find. And if it is, it's a pretty simple fix, not super expensive, stuff like that. So, which is good for you. Okay. So,
all right, ready for another caller?
Yeah. Thank you. I'll see you this afternoon.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks
for the call. Okay, so we've got a couple more callers in the queue here. We've got, and then we'll come back to Eric and again talk to him about all the improvements out there at 81 Speedway and what's going on with them.
Yes, exactly. So we got Dixie coming up, right?
Got Dixie going to be on the line. We'll get her patched through here and get her.
We forgot to ask Denny if he wanted some tickets, but that's all right.
Yeah, so we gave those away. So.
Did we give those away already? Okay.
Yep, so
you were answering a text.
There you go.
I think so.
Okay, Dixie, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Trying to stay warm. How about you guys?
Very, very much so. So you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Whenever my car, the speed limit, I mean, it'll come on, what the speed limit is, but then when you hit another speed limit, it sticks. One time I had driven into Walmart. I mean, I wasn't going the speed limit. Slowed down. It told me my speed limit was still at 70 miles an hour. It never changed from when I got off the turnpike.
So, Dixie, what kind of vehicle are we working with?
I have a Honda.
Okay. And then, so the gauge just stays wherever the last speed was?
Not always. Yeah, pretty much it just sticks from time to time. Yes.
So what I'm gonna say is there's some what they call stepper motors inside of that cluster, and what's happening with there is either the motor itself is probably going out, or the needle itself is sticking internal inside of the cluster. Would be my what I think's probably happening with that thing. Dixie, what we're going to do, we're going to throw a diagnostic onto your package as well. Again, we're going to take a look at that thing at no charge for you and see exactly what's going on and what the deal is. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for the call, and we'll get that thing in here so we can get your vehicle looked at, because I would say if it's sticking like that, it's probably also probable that it's not accurate just driving down the road. So even though it's reading 70, you might actually not be doing 70, and I don't want to get you a speeding ticket. So
that's right. Okay.
So
thank you so much.
We'll get that diag added to your package, and we'll get it taken care of for you. Okay.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks for the call. Bye.
All so right. We've Josh got rolling on here pretty good.
Yep, we
got
are.
Some call coming, Eric. Your voice rested yet?
Yes. Yeah.
we got one more caller in the queue. We'll get them through here, and then again we'll get back to Sean. Sean's the next caller.
Sean's next. Sean Allen Jr.
Yeah, but then
Sean Allen Jr. By God, there's a character right there. Is he?
So we'll get them sent through, and then go from there. So, good morning. You're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead, Sean. You with us? You with us?
Sean, you there, buddy?
Hello.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Sean, you still there, buddy? Not sure. Maybe Sean got.
I'm sorry.
There you are. There we go. Now we got you.
There.
Yeah,
he had his phone on mute, didn't you, Sean?
Yeah, my phone don't like service down in the house. I was just coming in to see how you guys were, and just really ask you guys what changes have you guys made there at Mel Hambelton Ford for this upcoming 2021 season, and because I know I was there back in July of 2020. I keep hearing all these changes and stuff, and I was just wanting to know what changes have you guys made?
Sean, great question. Appreciate the call. And Sean, we're constantly growing this Mhford racing every day. Probably the biggest improvement we made over the winter is we built a 50,000 square foot warehouse, 35 foot tall ceilings in it to be able to stock and store and have more things ready available for the racers. We've always seemed to be running out of stuff or not having the right stuff. Just like a little bit ago, a guy called and asked what we needed to stock more of these things. And that is what we're doing. We're constantly growing this inventory for what the racers want. I know me as a racer, I want to walk into a store and I want to buy it and take it with me. The other thing we've done, we've improved our webpage drastically. You can log in now, make your own account. You can track your purchases. We can ship stuff right to you. We ship everything free. There's no shipping charge whatsoever. So if you're the guy that likes to order it online and have it shipped to your door, we got that too. So that's really the two biggest main improvements we've done is the warehouse, so we can stock a lot more stuff, and then also the web page and making it so easy and readily available. And you can, like I said, track your orders. You'll see where you're at, see your inventory online and everything that you need to have there from that part. But again, third thing is we've got more inventory than we've ever had from that part. If you're coming down here today, come down. We're going to take in tours over to the warehouse. Got vans out there on a service drive running to keep you warm and run you over then show you that thing. You can kind of see what we're doing. And we just started moving stuff in this week, so it's not really 100% organized and everything else like that part, Sean. But just want to be able to take care of your racers, get you what you need. And whether you want to walk in and buy it or you want to get it online, we want to be able to do both things for you and make it a great experience for you.
I'm not going to be able to make it out there, obviously, because we need to now. But I'm going to see if my dad can make it out there and pick up a couple parts, because we're going to go ahead and try and race Bristol. So we'll see how that goes.
Well,
headed to Bristol.
One who else is doing that, huh? Sean, Jake and I are headed there, and Tanner and Buddy and I, we're all headed to Bristol too. So excited to go do that. Bristol's my favorite track that I've ever been to as a NASCAR deal. So it's going to be fun to go there and race on that dirt, and it'll be a lot of fun. So Sean, I hope you make it. If you need something, let us know what we can do to help you get there, whatever too. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, quick note about Sean Allen Jr. too. And I say you want to talk about a character. I don't know if he's still in or if he's since been out, but Sean Allen Jr. was serving in our military.
Oh, really?
Marine Corps, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And this last year, he had a chance to come home while he was still in the military. His dad built him a stock car, and he raced the weekend that he was home here at 81 Speedway.
Very cool.
And so some stock car guys out there. Sean, appreciate what you did for our country. And man, it was fun having you home this summer, and hope to see a lot more of you this coming summer.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the other thing I kind of forgot to tell Sean today too is we've got every different line's got a different discount on parts from that part too. So 10% off the Hoosiers. I know the Fuel's got a discount, and like I said, every different line's got different things of different discounts. They're all marked here on the showroom floor. So Sean, he says yes, he's still in the Marine Corps. He just texted me back through on their deal. So yeah, perfect. Sean, thanks for your service. Appreciate that very much.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, 316-462-3673. Let's get the phones ringing. Had some great callers already. And Eric, we've had you on mute there for a little bit, but that's okay. So
some people would say that's a good thing.
Oh,
I can pick on myself. It's okay. But with the other improvements at 81 Speedway, we talked about the grandstands in the backstretch, and that's going to be big for the racers and teams in the pit area, and any fans that choose to go back there. But one of the things that I don't think I would have been I don't think I would have thought I would have been as excited about it as I am, but got a brand new catch fence along the front straightaway, and that's going to make it a lot safer for not only the drivers if something were to ever happen. We hope that never does, but that catch fence was built and designed by the same person who helped build and design Chicagoland Speedway, a 1.5-mile NASCAR track.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So
if we don't think that's safe, what do we got, right?
Exactly. And what that's actually allowed us to done, our insurance company has approved it. We were able to actually lower the front stretch wall just a little bit to help with viewing as well, where we had to have that front stretch wall a little bit higher in the past because maybe our fencing wasn't where it needed to be. And some of the people down low, they kind of lost some of the side of the cars down in the front straightaway. We're actually going to be able to lower that because of the safety with the catch fence. Not that the wall is low enough where we don't believe a car is ever going to get over it, but it has allowed us to bring that back down just a little bit to help with viewing as well. So pretty excited about that.
That's very cool. So exciting stuff out at 81 Speedway, and can't wait for March to get here so we can come out and test some cars and stuff. So it's going to be fun there. and got a lot of exciting races going on out there this year. That's going to be fun and exciting, and can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Neither can I. I mean, I just love being involved in the sport. I mean, I've done it as a driver, and now on the track operation side, running the booth and help out with a lot of their media and stuff like that. And love being involved in the sport. Love seeing everybody out there, and I know we can't wait to get going.
I got it. Me too. Can't wait either. It's going to be fun and exciting, and nothing better than being at the dirt track, in my opinion. Or for all you guys that don't want to be at the drag strip, I get that too. The other thing is we got the bar-to-bar guys out here too. We probably got to get those guys talking to here. But anyway, Eric, the exciting times at 81. I can't wait to see what we get going there and have fun out there. The other thing we're going to do too for the racers experience, Nick and I and Johnny have gotten together. We're actually going to have a parts store out there instead of bringing the trailer every week.
Wow.
Okay. Going to do some different things with the fuel. I know the fuel was kind of a pain this last year of down in the infield. We're up there and everything else like there and hauling fuel back and forth. So we're going to get with our Sunoco guy, and we're going to work up a couple different things to make that fuel situation a little bit better. We're going to keep the barrels in the center. We're going to have some different ways of having the fuel up there better, and then having a couple buildings out there to actually store parts, have them ready to go, and have a few more things on supply. There's a few every week we went out there, we'd keep a note of what we didn't have and make sure the next week we come, we had it. This way we hope we can have a few more stock things out there and better take care of those racers. And I'm telling you, I think every week we've done something to help a racer that maybe broke something that couldn't race, that we got them apart and we got them back on the track and got them racing.
Well, and I've been in that situation before, and we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. You get these traveling series in here where these guys have $500,000 haulers and enough parts in the hauler to build 2 or 3 different race cars, because that's what they're doing for a living up and down the road. But your weekly warrior who's that's a guy that still works an 8 to 5 like everybody else in the world. We don't have the funds or the money to have a spare every part in a spare
on that car.
In our trailer. Our trailers just aren't big enough. Our trucks ain't big enough, whatever. So having a parts store, having somebody there that knows that, the racers need to be taken care of and things like that. That's an asset to not only 81 Speedway, but the entire racing community around here as well. Cause I know you guys do that for the drag races, the motocross, everything, just a huge asset to have.
Totally get it. And that's what we're here to do, is help that have a great experience when they're there. And you're right, we've had times where we're running from 81 Speedway to Enid to Salina to the drag strip at Kansas International Dragway, and then out to Mad. So all kinds of things from that part. And looks like Josh got another caller.
Yeah, we'll get them going here. So there was a couple questions here on
got a couple questions there too we need to get to.
Through on
I'm trying to grab them off my
on
phone
Facebook.
here.
Mike Sheridan actually is replying to him. Sounds like they got a issue with their heater not working, which now that's not the best thing to have. So we'll get to Amanda here, but I would say there's probably maybe a dash actuator or something going there with that vehicle. So, but we'll go to the phones here. Let's talk to Greg. Greg, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, Josh. Really enjoy the show.
How are you?
Good. I've got, what I've got? I've got a 2014 Ford Power Stroke diesel pickup. And does it hurt, when you leave it idle in this cold weather, like, doing chores and things like that, breaking ice, it kind of wraps out, and increases RPMs. And when you hit the brakes, it goes back down. Is it okay to let them idle? Definitely, or what do you think? Yeah,
so on those diesels, they really are designed to idle, the longer periods of time, for your guys' applications, it's not, there's a lot of other companies and people that have much higher idle times. The biggest thing when you have them idling like that, the elevated idle that it's going into is going to help you. But then in addition to that, you just have to think about that when it comes to service intervals. On diesels, is that all that idle time is counting as as miles down the road, and so it doesn't show it on the odometer. And then you got to really look at it from the standpoint, if you're idling that much, then we need to start servicing off of engine hours instead of miles, instead of the odometer itself. But that truck is designed to have that elevated idle, and it's better to leave that thing running than it is to start and stop it several times a day and stuff like that. You get the most wear from an engine on a cold startup, and so especially in temperatures like this, it wouldn't take very long for that thing to cool back down and develop that wear on startup. So
Yeah, it's been starting really good. I've been plugging it in, of course, but I just noticed that it kind of got a different odor to the exhaust when it's in that higher RPM, you know, and I didn't know whether it was hurting anything to let it go, but that sounds good because they run a lot this time of year, you know.
No, I think you're doing good there. The biggest thing, like I said, is the service intervals, like we were talking about, and then having maybe even a fuel anti-gel in there is another very positive thing to do this time of year with those things as well. So,
okay. Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, thanks for the phone call, Greg.
All right, 316-462-3673. Hey, this number dial up in the air, and we got another special guest on the show, Bruce. Bruce from in, we got to get him unmuted,
we'll
Josh.
Get him taken care of there.
There we go.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Bruce.
I don't know if you want to do that.
Louder.
Yeah. Bruce from Bar to Bar, and Bruce, can't thank you for having your guys come out, put your bikes on display from that part. It's a great partnership with you guys, and what was that, November, that cold Sunday morning?
Right.
Somewhere in there. I went out to Bar, and, you know, I can get on a bike and ride one, guys, but that's about all I know. I went out to Bar that morning and was floored at the amount of people at 30 degrees, 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning. It's out there ready to ride their bikes. And then to watch them fly through the air and do all the things they do on those bikes, it's crazy from that part. And then to see these little guys that I think are probably 3 or 4 years old cruising around those little bikes, it's crazy.
It is nuts. And we appreciate the opportunity. You know, that we brought a handful of bikes out today to show those off and things like that. We appreciate the opportunity to do that. But, you know, in motocross is a little different animal, right?
Oh, it's a lot different animal.
And those guys and those gals, they don't care. They just want to go ride their dirt bike.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's 30 degrees or 130 degrees. They love it. And so we're super stoked about the relationship and the partnership with Mel Hambelton Ford Racing for 2021. And we've got a lot of cool things in the works, and we're just excited to be part of it.
You know, you've got some great races coming up this year we talked about, and excited for those. What, 6 or 7 big major races coming out to Bar? Is that correct?
So the big separator for us here in the Wichita market is we're the only AMA sanctioned motocross track in the entire state of Kansas.
That's cool.
So what that does for us, that allows us to get on the national circuit. And we've been so fortunate over the last 7 or 8 years to be able to host and be part of the Monster Energy AMA Loretta Lynn's national qualifiers for these amateur riders. And it's a program for which they have to go to qualifying races and regional races to meet to be able to go to the national championship. And so on top of our local events that we do, the Kansas Motocross Championship Series, we host those national events as well. And then, of course, we do our this will be our almost 9th year, I think, for our border battle races with Oklahoma. And that's always a nice rivalry.
Is it a nice rivalry or a tough rivalry?
Yeah, well, you know, we a little jab every now and then.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
you got to have that, right?
It's okay. So we've fortunately been victorious in that event for the last 8 out of 9. We tied one year, and
Kansas getting it done.
Yeah, 8 out of 9, and the tie went to them. That's just an Okie thing, I guess. I don't know, but no, we're super stoked, and to bring those events into Wichita and in this area. You know, those national events, those are 4 or 5 day events.
Yep.
So there's thousands of people into the Wichita market, Wichita community, you know, not only buying our gas, but our food, our hotels, and shopping and doing all kinds of stuff. So
great for the Wichita economy. So, Bruce, that's cool. And like I said, I feel bad that we've had MH Ford Racing now going into our 4th year. And it's just our first year really to kind of get gathered up with you guys. So that's terrible on our part for not reaching out to you sooner. But I'm looking forward to what we can do to help you guys. And the same kind of experience we've done at 81 Speedway and Salina and all the other tracks to bring that track support there to help that. And, of course, also to sell some Hoosier tires.
Right.
So we'll see how those go. And Hoosiers continue to improve that motocross tire. So it's going to be fun and exciting that part.
It's fun because, you follow all these kids and these riders on social media. And next thing you know, they're at 81 Speedway watching the round-around cars. And they're saying, oh, man, this is so cool, right? And the next thing you know, they're at Kansas International Dragway going, oh, man, the drag races are cool. And then next week they're at our place racing motorcycles. And so it's a big motocross family or motorsports family.
Yep.
And it crosses over a lot of times, you know?
Well, I was just going to say that I might be speaking out of turn here, but hey, they're the ones that sent me up here today, and I do some of their media and public relations stuff for them. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I would like to see maybe you guys get in contact with John and JR and Katie and the drag race, the Mid-America Dragway do the same thing. I'd love to see some more cross promotion among the motorsports groups here in Wichita, whether it be 81 Speedway at a bar-to-bar event, have some bar-to-bar bikes out here, maybe, put on a little exhibition or something, or show some bikes at one of our deals. And same thing with the drag stuff. I think that's important. I think it's something we all as a group need to look more into doing.
No, I couldn't agree more.
I think you're going to do a little bit. And we got the headset switched off. Sorry, Josh. Not enough headsets going on. We got Dave Dawkins from Kansas International Dragway, who's neighbors with you at Bar to Bar.
That's right.
I think you guys have already been talking about some joint things together. The 81 Speedway thing, that's another good thing to join together. And we're all a big racing family, where it's the dirt, where it's a drag, whether it's a motocross, whatever it is. We all got that heart of speed, the G-force, all that kind of stuff. But the more we can build our race community here in Wichita, like you were talking earlier, build a Wichita economy to help sell our hotels, sell our meals, our restaurants, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And everything else. So, Dave, thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. And got a lot of exciting things happening at Kansas International Dragway too, right?
Oh, man. Funny Car Chaos. We got the Monkey Shines race coming up. But I just wanted to say this, guys. You need to come on out here. This is great. Thank you so much, Phil.
You're very welcome.
We just appreciate you. A good
100%.
place for everybody to gather. And then not only that, we're going to give away – Phil's going to give away a ride for the Ride-Along Dragsters on Summer Nationals. And
is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah. So I decided, you said give it away on the show. Give it away in the raffle. We're going to give it away in the raffle.
Cool.
Give everybody a chance to say this to people listening to the radio show, but give everybody a chance here that comes out to the open house today to have a chance to get that. Another fantastic prize along with all the other prizes we got coming up. Lisa's got a whole slew of stuff, so you don't want to miss that. You need to get out here, get registered, because there's a lot of good stuff to be given away here today, and you don't want to miss it.
A lot of great stuff for the kids.
A ton of stuff for the kids. The slot car racing, I'm just chomping at the bit. Dave, you and I are going to have to go at it, right? But to your point earlier, Dave and I have known each other now for several years. And just this last year, we really sat down and put our heads together and figured out how we can cross-promote those same events on the same weekends. And Dave and I have had those conversations, and we've got some things in the works for 2021 where, you know, they do a lot of stuff on Friday nights, right? Mm-hmm. And we do our typical practices on Sunday mornings, and then they typically go down the track, you know, a little afternoon on Saturdays. And then we come back and do our motocross races on Sunday. Yep. So, I mean, Dave and I's idea is, boy, we'd love to get everybody out there on Thursday night, Friday morning, and stay till you have to go to work on Monday.
Sure.
Let's just come out and hang out all weekend and just have a blast, right?
Sure. Right,
and,
absolutely.
And I think it's a great idea. And fortunately, the relationship with JR and Dave being neighbors with us has been nothing but a blessing.
Right.
And they're just incredible people to work with, and we're so fortunate for that.
Well, and like I said, I think, you know, like I said, I may be speaking out of turn, but I really got to believe that, JR and John and Katie at 81, you know, we would be, you know, more than interested in doing some cross promotion stuff, because it can only help motorsports as a whole, right?
Exactly.
It helps us. It helps you guys. And we've got some big events that I know we'd love to make them even bigger. You know, Phil was there. They had a big hand in the Modified Spectacular this last year on Halloween night.
Fun, yeah.
And, you know, that was absolutely a huge event. Anything we can do to make that bigger. You know, we have an ASCS National Touring 360 Sprint Car race coming in. That's, you know, getting people out there, not only to see that race, it gets the ASCS exposure, but, you know, that's going to be a big crowd that night. That might be something we can do something around. I mean, there's just an endless amount of possibilities. And I think anytime you can cross promote motorsports as a whole, I mean, Phil, one of the guys you're sponsoring this year with Joe Duvall, I don't know if it was motocross or flat track motorcycles, but that used to be a motorcycle guy.
Oh yeah.
Now he's a dirt track modified driver.
Well, as you get older, right, you get a little smarter, and you want to change stuff. But I can't let Dave show me up. If they're giving away a ride in the drag car, then, you know, I'll give a ride away on a dirt bike on the back with me.
You'll give a ride away. You'll give a ride.
How's that going to work?
You'll give a ride away in an old SUV with J.R. Sandlin driving on the dirt bike track.
I promised my wife I would never do that again. Yeah, no, I love JR, but on the same token, I'm never going to get another car with him on a dirt track. So
sidecar on a motorcycle, is that how that works?
I don't know.
Figure something out.
Let me know when that's happening. I want to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, we got a caller here. You want to send him through, and we'll get a caller going here real quick, and then you talked about Funny Car Chaos, but you got a lot more stuff going on at Kansas International Dragway this year too. So we've got to talk a few about that. But let's first get the phones here. We're going to go to the phones and talk to Judy. Judy, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Well, hello there. Good morning.
Good morning.
You said you wanted to hear some car problems, so let me share my car problems.
Bring it on.
When I drive my Chrysler on a bumpy road, it makes a strange, loud noise under the hood.
Okay.
Now, if I drive on smooth surface, I don't have that sound.
What kind of Chrysler is that, Judy?
It's 2012 300M.
300M. Okay. There's a couple things that come to mind real quick. What I think's going on there is on the front of that car, you have what we call strut mounts. And over due time, when you turn, each time that strut mount turns underneath there and they wear a little bit. So I'm thinking one, that might be what's rattling when you hit those bumps. The second thing I'm going to go after is, and most likely it's a strut mounts, but the next thing could be is what we call stabilizer links, or the stabilizer mounts themselves are loose and rattle when you hit those bumps. That's why you don't hear it when it's going over the smooth road, because they're not moving or doing anything. As soon as you hit a bump, then all those components move and rattle together. Judy, I want to put a diagnostic on your package to where we can check that out for you at no charge, see what's going on there, and give you a good diagnostic of what's happening there. Years ago when I'd work with my dad, I could do a lot of stuff over the phone, and today we got to see him more than we can do it over the phone like we used to. So, Judy, I'd love to put that diagnostic on your package, bring that Chrysler out here, let's look at it, but I'll bet you 95% we're going to find that it's the strut mounts that we need to replace those for you.
Okay. Now, is that an expensive process?
I can't remember on that Chrysler if you can actually just replace the mounts, or you got to get the strut together with that one. I'm not 100% sure. If you got to do the struts and the mounts together, it could be several $100s probably. But we can get you that estimate and know exactly what it's going to cost you before we do any of the work for you and help you there too. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So let's get it out here, take a look at it, and see what we can figure out for you. Okay, Judy?
All right. What, do I just bring it in, or do I get some kind of a certificate or what?
Yeah, Judy, we'll mail a certificate out to you, but why don't after the show, Josh will make a note here and we'll call you and schedule your appointment after the show, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Judy, stay warm. Have a great weekend, okay?
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so as we're taking that call there, we've kind of talked about the events going on at 81. We talked about the 6 or 7 events, big events going to bar. We talked about one event at KID. What else is happening at KID?
Man, we 423 and 424, the second annual Monkey Shines No Prep Nationals. It's going to be one of our largest
When
races
is that show?
year.
What's the 423, 435, 673? What's all those numbers?
April 23rd and 24th.
Okay.
That's what we're talking I got excited. And I am. I get so excited. Bill's just got to smack me. I'm like that big dog. What do you mean? But hey, and then we come back up. We're closed 5/8 for Bruce's Nationals, which is going to be off the chain. Bring your kids out to that. And then 5/21 and 5/22, we got Spring Nationals. Man, we're bringing in the Auto Smart Pro mods. And we got that's going to be the first race date of our bracket series, Mad versus Kid. And it is going to be off the chain. We're going to pay out $3,000 from Sandlin Iron, Metal, and Super Pro, $2,000 with a envelope draw at the end of the year in Mel Hambelton Ford Pro, and that goes on. And then then we're going to move on to the 6.5, and that'll be the first. You'll see a couple of the cars are here today. The Bobby Stahl and Mr. Steve O. Baker are putting on this heads-up 570, 580, and 470 class along with our regular race classes, and it's going to be crazy. And then on 6.5, we've got Nitro Mike coming in with the wheel stander. And he's agreed to come out to the dealership. I don't know if you know that or not.
So, I did not know that, but that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like what Phil says when these jet cars are going down the frontage road. They ain't got nothing for me.
Okay, this ride and drive you're talking about, what kind of car are they riding in when we give that away today?
It's you guys can Facebook this. It's called the Proud American Ride-Along Dragster. It's a 3-seat dragster. It runs in the quarter
3
mile.
seats?
Yes. Yeah, there's – well, and then there's another one. And now, hey.
That means you can take Lisa along.
So now, yeah.
Well, she wants to go. I promise you that.
So this is a 3-seater.
I didn't know it's 3 seats.
Dude. And it runs about 540 in the 8th mile, which is about an 850 in the quarter mile.
How fast is that, Dave?
He'll go 155 miles an hour.
Holy cow!
And then he also brings another car.
I'd like to try that just once.
And I'm gonna talk. Well, no. Then
I'm not talking about riding. I'm talking about driving.
Then they got the Proud American single seater, and they're coming out 3 times this year. 522. Which is the Spring Nationals, the Summer Nationals, and the Fall Nationals. But they bring out a top alcohol dragster that's a ride along, and it runs 460s at about 175.
Where do I sign up for that?
That's the Phil one right there.
There we go. Now we're cooking. So anyway, just a few minutes left in the show, gentlemen. Can't thank you enough for coming out and kicking off the race season. It's kind of what we call this is the race open house to kick it off. Daytona's tomorrow. I guarantee I know where I'm going to be is in front of my TV watching that race to see who pulls that off.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be fun there too. But guys, I can't thank you enough for all the partnerships we have with everybody. And I know there's some other guys we probably should have gone on here, but that's okay. We got to share the love here around with everything else we do here at Mel Hambelton Ford. Excited for 81. Excited for what's going to happen with Bar to Bar, with really truly our first year that we can partner together with you guys and some of the things we can do there to help the motorcycle riders. And we're working on a few things on the backside to try to help that thing too. Been looking for some good employees that know the motocross deal to put into Mel Hambelton Ford Racing to help us give that experience. Because even if that guy walked up to the counter today and talked to one of my guys, I'm not sure we can give them everything they need. We got a lot of teaching and learning on the motocross side of that. We're going to get some employees to hire for that. We're constantly hiring, especially now that the warehouse is up and everything else too. So can't wait for the exciting times we're going to have at Bar to Bar.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
Yep. And it is. And then Dave, out there at Kansas International Dragway, the partnership between you two guys, I can see myself when I'm not in that helping Jake in that dirt car. I'm going to be going back and forth between those two places and everything else too. So it's going to be a fun year.
Well, I'm going to get out to 81, and I'm looking forward to seeing that brand new blue Mel Hambelton Ford Mustang get out there. That's going to be coming up pretty quick.
Well, I guess we need to talk about that too real fast. Everybody's seen probably the yellow Mustang that we do the burnouts, and we've done some ride-alongs out there at Kansas International Dragway.
Ride-alongs?
Yeah.
I'm teasing.
Yeah. We did. I did some ride-alongs. I had some little girls, and they're screaming like hell as we was going down the track. That was so much fun. But it was screaming of fun, not screaming of scare.
Yeah.
From that part. So that thing's an 11. It's been around for quite a few years. So we ordered in a brand new 2021. It's sitting out front there. And as soon as you can get that track warm enough for me, Dave, Josh has been driving that thing and got about 1,000 miles on it. We don't want to hit it too hard before we get going.
Yeah.
We're going to take it out, stock car, boom. What's it run? What's the ET? All that kind of stuff. We're going to bring it right back around, throw a set of slicks on it, and run it again and tell you, okay, we spent this much for a set of slicks, and here's how much faster it went, and here's what you got. Then we're going to start building that car, and each time we build it, we will show you how much parts we spent, how much labor we spent in our shop, and build that car all the way through. And we're going to put a turbo on it. Okay. Nick Ballman's involved with that part of the deal.
Wow.
It's going to go fast enough. We're going to have to put a cage in it. So as we build the car, we're going to build it towards, they're saying 890s is what we're gearing for. So as we go along with that build, we'll tell you exactly what we spent, exactly what it cost, running a brand new stock Mustang, and then you can see what you can do with it. And everything we'll do, of course, will be stuff you can buy here at Mel Hambelton Ford. You can have our guys install it, or you guys can take those parts home and install it on your own race car and do it yourself too, because we got a lot of those guys doing the same thing. So exciting times with that. We'll see how that goes throughout the year. I don't know how long it's going to take us to build that car with all the things we got going on too. How much time we'll have to devote to that thing. But I can't wait to get it out there to take the first drive and then throw a set of slicks on it and see how much faster it goes with just a set of slicks.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
2021 GT with the 10 speed. So it'll be fun to see how she goes. Gentlemen, any last thoughts? Anything at all? We're running out of time. Anything from 81 Speedway left to go?
Man, like I said, I think we just about covered it. The last thing I want to hit again, drivers, if you guys come out here today, you need any help registering, because I know there's some people that struggle with the technology and the internet stuff. We'd like to help get you registered up. We are ready to do that today. We can do that as well at our open house on the 27th of February. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to enjoying the day and getting racing season kicked off right.
You bet.
Anything from bar to bar?
I tell you, we're again not to repeat ourselves, but we're extremely excited about the partnership with Mel Hambelton Ford Racing. Again, with David and JR and looking forward to broadening our horizons in the motorsport world and getting out.
I think it's great. I think we need to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dave,
the bracket series, thank you guys so much. We got people calling from all over this 4-state area that are going to come out for our bracket series. It's going to be the biggest 5 bracket races along, in this area. And I'm looking so forward to working with you guys. And then I'm going to go out to 81 a couple times.
You got to.
I got to
share the love, right?
Yes, I got to announce.
You got to announce.
Because I am a little girl. I'm announcing them guys go around. I'll tell you that right now.
Come on up. Open invitation. I'm the guy up there. So
same with you. Same with you.
There you go.
Exactly. So anyway, hey everybody, time's running out. We're out here at the open house at Mel Hambelton Ford. There's so many things going on out here today. You need to get registered for all the prizes we're giving away. Parts on discount. Hoosier Tires on discount. We got several vendors in here to talk to you about your racing, to help your racing experience next year going forward. All the racetracks around here out here with their giveaways, schedules, registrations, all that kind of stuff. We got the Chad Wheeler simulator here. We're going to have a contest who can get around the track the fastest today. The top fastest lap's $100, second fastest 75, and third fastest 50. We got Roaring Racing out here racing the remote control cars. They're ready going over there too.
I've been sitting here watching that simulator screen behind us, and it's just a good thing that the repairs on those cars don't cost you anything. So.
That is the best part about it. Let me tell you, that is for sure. They don't cost anything. Just push the fix button.
That's right.
And you're back after. So hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and everybody have a great Saturday. And we'll talk to you next Saturday.